Hello everyone, welcome to my living room. My name is Jenny, I'm a physiotherapist and a personal trainer, and I thought it would be a good idea to post a video of a full body workout that requires no equipment at all. Since maybe most of you are stuck at home like me, gyms are closed, but you don't want to miss the chance on a workout, why not join me? Go warm up first. I have a special video for this here linked in the description box, and then join me for the workout. One round of the workout will take about 15 minutes and we are going to repeat the round afterwards because some of the movements require to work out only one side so that you can do the second side then in the second round. Every time you hear this sound, you start the movement, and every time the sound comes again, you stop with the movement. I will show different variations of each movement for the different exercises so that you can pick your level of activity and go through the whole routine. I hope you enjoy. So here we are. These are the components we need. We have one towel, one chair, and of course my training plan, which is not so important for you, but for me. Please don't pick a chair that has wheels. I just didn't have another one. Please take one that has no wheels. Now, for the first movement, we lie on the side. We keep the knees together as shown here. And then we start. And you just want to lift your knee up and down. You don't want to lift the feet, so the feet stay together. Imagine you have some money or something between your feet and you don't want to let go. And at the same time, you don't want to rotate your hip back. So like I show here, so your hip stays stable and you just want to come with the knee up and down. If you want to make the movement more difficult, you don't let the knee rest on the other leg. Continue a little bit more. Still the muscles on the side get tired. Keep your upper body stable. And then, 45 seconds are long. Keep going. And knee comes up and down. You can play a little bit with the speed here in this movement. And then we switch to the next movement. For the next movement, you want to start on your fours. So you want to go into a plank and then walk into a downward dog. So we go from here into a plank. This is the movement. Then, so let's go up. You go into a plank and then you try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. My back could be a little bit more straight. You walk forward and then you walk back till you are back in the plank position. You walk with your knees again, with your feet forward. Try to keep the shoulders away from your ears and then come back. My hip here is going a little bit too much down. Please try to stay in one straight line. Then we take the chair as this is for an easier variation of the movement. Otherwise, continue the movement. If you want to make it easier, you go to the chair and you do the movement on the chair coming up and down. As I said, please don't use a chair with wheels. So, finished with the second movement, we come to movement number 3. Which is a kind of split squat where you come with one knee up and down. So you have one foot forward, one foot back, and then you just want to lift the back knee up and down. So off we go. It is basically like a marriage proposal. So you want to propose for marriage and then you think, no, let's not do this. It's too much responsibility. So if you want to make the movement more difficult, you lift your hands up and down with it. You make sure your front knee has a 90-degree bend. If you want to make the whole thing a bit easier, you step with one foot forward, one foot back. You go up, you go down, or you can even make the step a little bit shorter and then just bend the back knee. What you really want to make sure is that the back knee stays in more or less in one line with your ankle and you come up and you go down. And we have to continue a little bit longer. I go here back to the bit more difficult variation. So coming up, coming down. This is the movement where we will do in the second round, we will do the other leg. So remember now which movement, which leg you had in front. So next movement is our fast movement. So I want to stand in front of the chair and place one leg at a time on the chair. So time is still not up. We wait and then we go. One foot comes up, one foot comes down. You can play here with your arms, coming with your arms up and down, which makes it a little bit more difficult and is a bit more a cardio training then. You can play also with the speed, so coming with your feet faster up and down, or when you have balance issues, you just do the movement slowly and try to continue for 45 seconds. So up and down, up and down, up and down. You can see here I just touch the chair. I don't really put the foot on the chair, or I can do the whole thing very slowly in order to keep my balance. And we go on and we go on and we go on. Yo, don't stop. And then movement is finished. We move the chair to the side. I just need to check which movement is next. And it is the one where we need the chair again and we come into a high plank. So I will not take the chair here. I will take this lovely pink equalizer, but otherwise just keep the chair because, like I said, with the wheels, this is a little bit tricky. So your feet step back, you come with your hip and your upper body in a high plank, and then you step with your feet forward and lift the knees up. Or you come with your feet a little bit closer towards the chair to make it a bit easier and lift your feet up. Then we take the feet, you can also take the feet more outside, which makes it a little bit more tricky. Or you keep the feet close together and you focus more on the speed. I would say pick one variation and try to keep it for the whole 45 seconds. And then in the second round, you can do the movement in a different way. So upper body is straight. And up and down. Then we are done finally. So the chair goes back. And as a next movement, we have again the chair for a round of squats. So the medium variation here is going down into a normal squat, stretching the hands to the front. Make sure your knees stay over your feet, so don't go too much in, go too much out, and keep a nice rhythm. Otherwise, you can just sit down on the chair and stretch your hands to the front. Or if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you go all the way up and all the way down with your hands up above your head. Try to keep your back as straight as you can, pushing your hip back and down and having your upper body forward. Go as much down as possible to get the full mobility of the knee. Keep going, a little bit more. We still have some seconds to kill. And going down, going up, and then here again the semi-difficult variation with the hands forward. Finally done. So then next movement is from here a workout for the arms, or for the back muscles. So we lie on the stomach and we stretch the hands out to the front, and the movement is from here pulling the arms right and left down. Working out the back is always a bit difficult if you don't have any equipment, but since we said we don't want to use equipment, we don't use equipment. So lying, you have your head long. Imagine with your head you want to kind of bang against a door so that your neck is in one line with the rest of your body and you're not lifting the head up. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears and up and down with the hands. It's a little bit like swimming if you don't know how to swim. So you're imagining swimming. You can also play here with the speed, so you can go faster, you can go slower. Again, try to find one variation and keep it all the time. A little bit more, and then the sound rings and we can go to the next movement, which is then from here the ice skater. So we want to cross our feet in the back and step right and left and use the opposite arm. So going front, cross and cross. You can change here variation by doing big hops and covering a lot of ground, or you can focus on the speed by going slower and doing the steps just sideways, right and left, or going really, really fast and trying to make the steps a little bit shorter. Here I make the steps a bit longer again. So try to find your variation and keep it till the end of the workout. So go and go and go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more. Jumping right, jumping left, cover ground, or go as fast as you can. Try to bring your heart rate a bit up. And then we are done. So then we come to movement, I don't know what number. And we go, and we want to go with the knee outside, right and left. So standing long and straight, you lift one leg up and you come with your knee out and in. You want to keep your hip bones straight, so you don't want to rotate your upper body right and left, or you can either do it one after another, or you put your foot down in between, or you hold on somewhere and you come with the foot out and in. Out and in. You don't want to rotate your upper body. Like I said, you keep your upper body straight, the hip bones pointing forward all the time, and your leg goes out and in. And you continue a little bit more. Try to have as little weight as possible on your hand when you're holding on. And then also this part is over. And as the next movement, we need our chair again. And we want to put our hands, come into a high plank, and this time lift the hands. So last time we lifted the legs, and this time we lift the hands. So the more I go with my feet outside, the easier the movement is. Important is here that my hip stays parallel to the ground, so I don't want to rotate right and left. Like I said, the more I take my feet outside, the easier. When I take the feet closer together, the movement gets more difficult. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. So here, this is a bit more difficult variation. You want to avoid rotation here. Lifting, lifting. The closer you get to the chair, the easier the movement is. Of course, if you pick a higher place to hold on, this gets then easier again. So here I rotate a little bit, this you don't want to do. And up. And then we are done. So good. And next movement is again a movement for our arms. We need our chair. Finally, we can sit down. And then we lift the hands up above the head. We pull the towel right and left outside and we pull down. So we will wait for the bell to ring. And then off we go. Pulling up, pulling down. Really pull the towel. Your goal is to have, after the workout, 2 towels instead of 1. So it's a win-win situation. The more workouts you do, the more towels you will have. So at the end of the day, you can open a towel shop with very, very small towels. But enough of that. You want to pull down. You want to have your head long and straight, feet on the ground, sit quite in front of the chair. And keep pulling all the time. When you come up, really pull again on the towel so that you really work out these back muscles there. You can also do this in standing. So when you want to stand up, you pull down the towel, just don't make sure you are not overextending your back. So, chair goes to the side again. We unroll the mat. And we have, I believe, 2 more exercises only to go. Yep, 2. So, then let's go. It is 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3 left. I do short steps, and again here I can do slow steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or I can try to walk as fast as possible, right and left, right and left, right and left, right and left. Small steps, you see, I don't need a lot of space. I stay all the time here on the mat, and I just want to 1, 2, 3, up, 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 up, 1, 2, 3, up, 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 and I try to keep moving with the same speed through the whole exercise round. And go, keep a little bit longer, and then the bell is ringing. You see, I stop immediately. And then hands come up. This is our last movement. I step back into a high plank, and then I come up. Let's wait for the sound of the bell. Okay, and off we go. Hands go down on the ground, feet go back, I come up, hands go down on the ground, I come back. And then you can also do this one with the chair, so you step back and put your hands on the chair, then the movement is a little bit easier. This, what I show here, is you don't want to drop your back too much down, so you want to always keep one straight line, pushing the hip back. A more difficult variation is putting the hands on the ground and jumping back. And up, and then again jumping back, and up, and again. So pick your variation and do it till the end of the movement. And down. Yo, and we are almost done. Khalas, bell sound.